Right now as we speak, we are in social media. Yes, YouTube is social media.
Social media is networks that are created to connect with others, which the top social media apps used by the world include Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, WeChat, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Indeed, social media is used by over 1/3 of the world. But have you ever wondered how social media is affecting us right now?
Despite the convenience that social media has provided us, social media is replacing our experience.
In the 21st century, social media is widely used by modern people, but there are different contrasting perspectives from different age groups.
Do you think social media is affecting people negatively? Well, let's see what different groups of people have to say.
I tend to use social media more than I would believe I do, so I think, constantly would be fair.
And for a leisure time, I won't spend most of my time on social media.
好似好多人開始用呢個好多社交軟件，尤其是而家科技咁發達啦，但係未必係一個問題。
所以我覺得使用當然是很正常的，只大概4-5次吧。
Kind of maybe find myself reaching into my pocket, checking the news, see if I like share a meme to someone else. I think Facebook is more for news, and Instagram is more for like lols and memes.
I spent a large proportion of my life without having used a phone, and I don't find that there's any sort of things that I'm missing.
但係一定會有啲唔習慣。
當然是會很難過，就交了很多朋友，然後做了很多事情，去了很多地方旅遊。所以如果刪了，我大概就整個記憶點全都沒了。
Yeah, disconnected, sad in the short term. Long term, probably I feel better.
Online, you don't get to see the facial expression of another, for example.
反而係令到我哋更加 close。但對於一啲你冇得日日見嘅人面對面講嘢嘅人，其實係靠社交媒體 keep 到 contact。
是陌生人的話，感覺是比較親近。為什麼呢？因為我不用直接看到他，而我們都是實體的存在。人跟人之間交流，其實不應該完全是透過社交媒體。回過頭交友圈，其實熟的人也不過就都在你身邊吧。
Emotionally intelligent enough to be able to kind of, I'll come home in a foul mood. I wouldn't like shout at my girlfriend or anything. I'll just be like, But I recognise that that is because of the stuff I've seen on social media.
Cyberbullying's probably been around now for about 12, 15 years. And because I missed that generation at school when I was a child, I wasn't able to see it. And I think there's a discrepancy between adults and how they are able to see it, because phones and tablets and things have become very personal. So I think parents become very detached.
A person is bullied because of their own opinions. People feel more confident, feel more comfortable saying phrases which hurt others. At the end of the line, causes emotional damage.
Once你 post 咗啲嘢，未必個個都中意嘅。咁但係我覺得日常生活你都會遇到有人批評。Social media 就係一個好殘忍嘅地方，好小事嘅嘢化到好大。咁如果你唔識平衡嘅話，係可能就有好大。
我覺得挺可怕的，因為沒有辦法追蹤到名字，但我真的沒有親身經歷過，因為我們那個年紀使用這個平台的人都是第一代人，只是把它當做一個就是分享。
There was a Facebook group made about me, and it's like, hey, there, a couple of pictures being sent around that really should not have been being sent around. My old school back in the UK caused an awful lot of trouble with police and parents.
我係經常性用 emoji。emoji 係講緊係令到你 social media 上面講嘢嘅更加貼切，面對面嘅時候嗰種感情。
肯定會讓你句子上都會比較口語化。
If you're learning, like for younger children, possibly.
So I have a daughter. She's not old enough to use social media yet. I think there'll be parameters through which I'll set before she can even start using it, so she can see life without social media. I buy the phone, so the phone is actually mine.
Personally, I would allow them to, look through my social media, since I don't think I have anything to hide from them.
I'm able to keep in contact with friends and family.
It really depends on how you use it. Yeah.
咁你話唔可以繼續發展咧，我覺得係，但係你話唔可以繼續生存咧就唔會啦。 因為以前人都係咁。
大部分是商業化的一些推銷。
Social media, the cat is already out of the bag, meaning that you won't get the cat ever back in the bag. It's very difficult. The technology is there. It's established in multi-billion-dollar companies all over the world. It needs to be regulated.
Despite the fact that many teenagers are addicted to social media, along with undergoing peer pressure, some local students are well aware that social media is worsening their mental health and mindset. Chloe Lau Hongqing, 13, from St. May Connotation College, describes it as a vicious cycle in which she spends time watching boring videos online, but the more she watches, the more negative and bored she feels. Another student, Niharika Sain, 17, of the Lia School of Canada, says scrolling through her platform isn't always negative, because sometimes it's fun to see the places your friends are going to, but sometimes it feels like you're missing out on life.
And while older people are worried about the privacy issues on social media, 66% of those over 60 have a Facebook profile, versus 80% among those aged 18. Around 2 out of 10 interviewed for the Sintef study used Facebook. Most of them already had a large social media network before the start on the site. According to our research, they generally enjoy using the site to look at pictures and read posts from friends and family. Older people are now also slowly adapting to social media, and they think that social media has helped bridge the gap between the younger and the older generation.
From Syracuse University, social media platforms like Reddit are majority male users. When you look at social media that is more image focused, like Pinterest or Instagram, it is very heavily female. Some scholars argue that men are generally willing to argue on social media platforms, while females are generally willing to socialize on social media. However, there is a downside to the two different genders, as this is encapsulate the fact that males are easier to be subject to or acknowledge cyber abuse, whilst women are suffering from criticism about their appearance on social media.
Hong Kong ranks among the worst for the proportion of social media and internet addicts. Smartphones usage and social media penetration in the city is among the highest in the world, with a whopping 99% of the internet users between the ages of 25 and 44 accessing the internet every day. But that's not even the worst case scenario. It's no surprise that teens and millennials users are even higher. About 17 to 27% of Hong Kong high schoolers deal with social media addiction.
Raising concerns from Hong Kong parents about social media addiction, some teens are not willing to participate in physical activities. This shift could be linked to the new platform's design and convenience. Telegram messaging apps, for instance, has been conceived to be particularly suitable for protest.
When we're online, when we're texting, when we're viewing things and it's just getting information in and not really seeing how our words affect somebody else, these words can damage or hurt people. We're not aware that our minds rely on social media so much that we start to feel frustrated or annoyed when we can't get access to it.
Although social media made our lives easier, our team believes that social media affects people's mindset and behaviors negatively to a great extent.
It is certain that the social media does not only alters the way people interact, but creates a higher risk of individuals experiencing medical problems like depression due to the cyberbullying and comparing oneself with the influencers on the social media.
It's the number of different preconceptions of social media's effects. We want you people to understand the truth that modern people, including us, are relying on social media more and more significant.
Well, of course, no one is actually addicted to social media, but you might just have a bad habit in using it. It's understandable though, since many of us started using it because it's rewarding. The likes, follows, and friends we accumulate are all rewards, and the more rewards you get, the more often you will post and stay on social media.
But don't worry, we have found antidotes for you or anyone who is addicted to social media. Firstly, please be aware of how much time you spend on social media. For example, you can set time alerts on social media daily, and the strict use of social media while having meals can replace social media screen time with some fun activities like spending time with friends and families on weekends or doing other hobbies. Furthermore, make sure to check the sources of any information on social media. Crucially, people should be educated about the social media's negative and positive effects, and you should think before you post and say anything on social media to prevent harm to others and possibly yourself.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment and click the link to our survey in the description below.